Okay, my blah. So let me just start by saying, yesterday I realized I can listen to music while I speak to the phone, speak to the camera, but that might have distracted me. So I was rambling along and maybe moving off the point a bit too much. So I'm going to do this a bit more structural because I'm trying to get to a point. That point is, which I mentioned in the last video, how to gain muscle. And so last week's video I started speaking about what gaining muscle is, or picking up weight, and I ended up speaking about the concept of maintenance calories and calories in, calories out and all that. So today's video I'm going to speak on my thoughts, my opinion, my outlook on what gaining muscle means. Because, you know, a lot of guys, a lot of people have their own idea of what that is. And a lot of people know what it is. I can ask someone, you know, a guy that doesn't even have a lot of experience in the gym, I can ask him, what do you think gaining muscle requires? You know, what are the fundamentals? And he would tell it to me, but maybe he wouldn't look the guy that follows those fundamentals. So to start, this is my way of looking at it. Building muscle is a principle, it's an equation, and the end result is extra muscle. Whether you lean bulk, so picking up weight slowly, building muscle, or like going heavy, you know, eating dense, having a dense diet that makes the weight gain a bit quicker, makes the strength increase a bit quicker. So if you stick to this principle, the end result's going to be gaining muscle. It's like math. If you put X and Y together, you'll get Z. If you understand what I'm saying. So the principle is, you just got to follow a few steps. I don't have them lined up, but it's simple. First of all, training with intensity at each session. Each set should be taken seriously. The way you do your first set is the way you got to do your last set. High intensity. Because then you work your muscle in a sense that you can reach a certain level of fatigue, or hypertrophy they call it. So I'm explaining this while keeping that in mind. You are training with high intensity. Then, are you sleeping enough? So are you giving yourself enough rest? Because good sleep equals rest equals recovery. And that's the best way of gaining muscle, because essentially working out in the gym is your muscle fibers tearing up and rebuilding themselves to increase the muscle size. And when you sleep, that's the best form of recovery. Not a protein shake, not any of these other gimmicky things. And I'm not saying protein and protein shakes are gimmicky, but you understand what I'm saying. That is the most important thing. So are you getting enough rest in? Then how is your diet? Is your diet clean? Are you considerate when you eat? Do you know what you are taking into your body? So know your macros. I made a video on that before. Know your macros. Are you getting enough protein in? Are you eating enough carbs? Give yourself energy. And you know, everyone has their own perspective on what a good and the right diet is. But in my opinion, and out of my own experience, get enough protein in, get enough carbs in, then the rest follows. So keep a balanced diet, obviously. Then, are you drinking enough water? Because a lot of people say, yes, they know water is important. Yes, they know you should drink this amount. But do you apply that? Are you really like actively aware of how much water you're drinking or consuming? So I drink about 3, 4, 5 liters of water a day. When I'm in a gym session, I'll literally finish two of these bottles. I'll finish in a session. And maybe that's like overhydrating, but I'd rather overhydrate than be dehydrated. So drink enough water. That's literally like almost as important as having a good diet. So good diet, intensity, good rest, and then supplement that with all the stuff that a gym goer does. Like, I take creatine, I take omega-3s, I make sure I get my vitamins, whether it be through food, whether it be through supplementation. Those are things that are just going to aid you. Like, it's like when you start nitpicking on, and then as soon as this becomes, you know, a subconscious thing, you'll realize how easy it is. If you know what you're putting into your body, if you know what your body requires to gain muscle, how to optimize that muscle gain process, everything becomes just everything becomes so easy. And then also super important, and I don't think a lot of people realize this, but just hang in there. A lot of people go to the gym, and when they have to leave and go to the gym, it's a chore. It's either like, ugh, I have to go gym, or, you know, how am I gonna get out of my bed now and actually, you know, go there and go put in a big session? Because it's one thing to get up and go to the gym. It's another thing to keep a high level of intensity in that session. And then it also doesn't help. You start out your session with a high intensity and you're halfway, you like lose motivation and you don't want to gym anymore. I have a good friend. He's got great genetics and he works extremely hard. He's very consistent, but he has this tendency, and he would admit this as well. He would go to the gym and then about halfway through, he'll get tired, or he'll not tired like as in physically, but just mentally like over it. And he doesn't want to do it anymore. He's not enjoying it. The gym isn't something that he enjoys. Or, you know, sometimes he obviously does, because if you're gymming 5-6 times a week, there's got to be some sense of enjoyment. But so he doesn't enjoy it, and then he loses his intensity. And so if you want to gain muscle, you know, why not do it the right way? Like I said, it's a principle. Like, if you want to take the long equation, or you want to take the summed up equation that's going to make the muscle gain so much easier, why not rather do that? So yeah, if you can find a way to make the gym enjoyable, you know, something that you look forward to, like, one way to look at it, and that's, you know, in a big sense, the way I look at it is, it's a blessing to be in the gym. And that might sound corky to some, but the reality is not everyone has the opportunity to be in the gym. And whether it be because of a physical disorder, a mental disorder, or some people just can't afford it. Some people aren't living in a society that even has a gym, or that have gyms. So that's one way to look at it. Like, every day you get to go to the gym, you get to better yourself, you get to do something that a lot of people dream they could ever do. So, and like me myself, I love the gym. I enjoy it so much. It's a blessing. Okay, so that out of the way, get something that you enjoy. Do the workouts that you enjoy. For instance, when I started, I remember lat for back day. What would I do? I would do lat pull downs. Why? Because it is easy. You can't deny that. It's simply just pulling a bar down. So I started with the lat pull down because I enjoyed it. And what else did I do? Let's say barbell rows, because it was just pulling a bar towards your body. Now keep in mind, they don't work the exact same muscle, and they are both amazing back workouts, back exercises. And so I started doing them and I enjoyed them, and I was looking forward to that, and looking forward to see the progress, and looking forward to progress. And I remember back when I was 20, after a few operations, which will be a story for another day, I started at 40 kgs. Okay, and to some that might be a lot, and to some that might not be a lot. But where I'm at today, I can do 100 kgs for reps easily, and that's not to brag at all. That's just to show you the comparison of where I used to be, using the concept of progressive overload, tracking the progress, doing something that I enjoy, something that I want to go back to, and I'll never look back. You know, if this is a concept that I'll follow. This is a concept that I will follow forever. It's just doing something that you enjoy makes it so much easier. And you know what? The gym isn't always enjoyable. You know, I might sound, you know, like it's all sunshine and rainbows. Yes, there is of course days that I don't want to go to the gym, that I don't want to enjoy it. But I'm not gonna go to the gym and not keep my intensity extremely high. So I think that basically sums up how you gain, you know, proper muscle. And let's go back to the first point of it being a simple principle that if you do X, Y, and Z, you'll get, or if you put X and Y, X and Y together, you'll get Z. You can't, you know, say you know these things, don't apply them and do them exactly as you understand them being, you know, optimal for muscle gain, and then expect a result that you didn't work for. You really have to put in the work. You really have to, you know, follow those principles, follow the equation to get that answer that you do want.
Motion fatigue and whatever.
There's been nothing more fulfilling than that in my entire life. Like, that was probably the best decision I've ever made in my life, is committing to the gym, because it's played such a role in all my life, in every aspect of my life. So I guess that's up to you guys, but to me, that's what it's all about. So I think we can touch on this again, and I'm on my way out. But I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed making it, and I enjoy going to the gym. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.